Could everybody please take their seats? So at 6:30, I'm going to ask you to stand for presentation of colors, and that's go time. When we're up there, okay, take the mask off. Yeah. Yeah, anytime you're on stage in front of the camera, you can take the masks off. Good reminder, you might want to silence your cell phones. Please stand for the presentation of colors. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to You can have a seat. Please help me welcome Chaplain Christy Dunn to the stage. So welcome. Good evening. Welcome to the Recruit Academy graduation for the class of 2021-1 North King County Training Consortium. I'm sensing a little bit of an excitement in the room tonight, so I'm giving you all permission to hoot and holler when it's applicable. I'd like to give a special thanks to the church staff supporting us and allowing us to use this beautiful facility. I'd like to thank the fire chiefs for their continued support of the training consortium. And I'd like to thank the instructors and my consortium team for facilitating the training and education of the recruits. Recruits, please stand at attention. Since orientation, way back in August, my team and I have been giving you advice. I told you this wouldn't be easy. Are there any recruits out there that thought this academy was easy?
Sir, no, sir!
So over 21 weeks of training, 3,000 pages of material to learn, and 1,400 test questions. That's what it took to pass this Recruit Academy. I'm going to give you some final words and advice as you leave the graduation this evening. The first one is to work hard. On the very first day of the Recruit Academy, I mentioned that character is the way that you communicate your values to others. It is the collection of actions that others judge you to determine if you can be trusted and do the right thing. Therefore, character is the most valuable resource a person has. A person without it cannot effectively lead or influence others. The ability to get along with coworkers, supervisors, and most importantly, the public is essential. Your behavior reveals your character every day. It is impossible to hide. You cannot fool your team. They know if you are open and honest. They see if you are indecisive, lazy, or selfish. If your team believes you're a person with character, they can accept weaknesses and help you compensate for them. My second item of advice for you is save your money. And I sound like a parent. But an example is when you retire, we have some really good benefits, but when you retire, medical insurance is on you. I would suggest that you put some money away in each one of your paychecks towards retirement just for the medical expenses. And don't just say you're going to put money away, have it directly deposited into an investment, and you can talk to your HR folks back at your home department to help you with those options. I had a friend that just retired. He pays $1,800 a month for himself and his 2 children. That's a big chunk of change. Third item, be early. If you're not early, you're late. Enough said. Chiefs. Fourth, don't get caught up in the gossip. The beanery table is a great place for good food and conversation. It can also be very toxic if we have people stirring the pot with inaccurate misinformation. Don't be part of that problem. And lastly, continue your education. I went to college for close to 30 years. Keep learning, even if it's one class per quarter. You may need it for future promotions, and at least it's good for career development. Finally, I want you all to know how proud I am of your dedication, desire, and determination during this academy. Again, I feel like a parent, a proud parent. This is a big deal, and I congratulate you on this achievement, but it doesn't mean that you're done or that you've made it. You will have a probationary period to complete and the rest of your career to dedicate to this profession. Thank you. You can be seated. Next, I'd like you to welcome Battalion Chief Jim Vandertoorn to the stage.
All right, so again, I'm Jim Vandertoorn. I was a North King County Academy Coordinator, and tonight is all about you folks. I'm proud of you guys, but I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge the Academy instructors. They came together from all the agencies represented within the Academy, so Eastside, North Shore, Woodinville, Bothell, Shoreline. You guys coming up? Kind of bump to the right a little more so we're in the camera. You're going to have to be on that side of the cable. Keep bumping right, Jamerson. All right, so this is the cadre of instructors that provided mentorship, tutelage to all these recruits over the last 21 weeks, and I'm extremely proud of them. I think more importantly, I want to thank the families on the other side of these individuals. the commitment of 50 hours a week, many times Thursday nights, late into the night doing evals. They all committed 100%, and they did an outstanding job. So if I announce your name, just step forward so the camera recognizes you. From North Shore Fire, Jeremy Jamerson. From Shoreline Fire, Ruslan Cherkowski. From Shoreline Fire, Gabe DeBay. Kirkland Fire, Terry Russell. Our lead instructor from Eastside Fire, Kurt McGowan. And from Bothell Fire, Nick Martindale. All right, you can head out.
Testing. Please welcome Chief Crone.
Good evening. Is sound okay up there? We're good? Did I get a thumbs up? I can't see that far. We're good? Okay. I think they said I'm okay. All right. I think everybody can hear me. Hopefully you can. Congratulations. North King County Training Consortium, Class 2021-1. You've made it through several months of intense instruction and evaluations, and you're ready now to take your place alongside your brothers and sisters in the fire service. As you prepare to begin what I believe is the best career in the world, I'd like you to keep a few things in mind. We are here to serve the public and to provide for the needs of our communities. We are not entitled to anything other than doing the job we are sworn to do. Every individual has tremendous potential. There is no alternative for not knowing your job. And we can always improve what we're doing. Let's take a look at that point a little bit closer. We can always improve what we're doing. The fire service, while being consistently ranked as one of the most admired professions in the US, if not the world, is not without its distractions. There's an adage that goes, the fire service is 100 years of tradition unhampered by progress. And the statement's kind of humorous, but what makes it funny is there's some truth to it. The fire service does love tradition, no doubt about that. And there's nothing wrong with keeping some traditions alive as long as they don't keep us from improving our industry. For example, we have a tradition of a push-in ceremony for a new fire apparatus. And this dates back to when, returning from a call, the firefighters had to unhitch the horses from the fire engine and physically push the engine back into the station. So a push-in ceremony for a new rig is kind of a meaningful event that reflects and celebrates part of the fire service past. Another example of tradition is reflected in our structural helmets. The traditional firefighting helmet is instantly recognizable for its distinctive shape. It's recognizable in part because the traditional firefighting helmet has not significantly changed its shape since it was developed almost 200 years ago in the 1830s. Created expressly for function, the helmet with its dome top and segmented comb design, the ribs, gave it unparalleled durability and strength for the time. The high dome of the helmet and sturdy crown enabled firefighters to break windows. And the elongated rear brim, or duckbill, kept water off the firefighters' wool jackets. And interestingly, the helmet could also be worn backwards to afford firefighters some protection from flames when they entered a burning building. Today, we have technology to make firefighting helmets stronger, lighter, and more versatile. I would imagine you didn't break any windows with your helmet during the fire academy. And our PPE is vastly improved, so now we have waterproof jackets with high collars that protect us from water and debris. And our SCBA protects our faces from heat and fire during a fire, so we don't have to turn our helmets around. Arguably, today we have the ability to choose helmets that outperform the traditional firefighting helmets on several levels, but we are loath to do so because they don't look like a firefighter helmet. So the fire service is 100 years, in this case 200 years, of tradition unhampered by progress. Now I'll just take a side moment. I did not know that Kirkland was the only one up here with traditional firefighter helmets before I started this thing. I assumed everybody else had them, so I apologize to Kirkland, I'm not picking on you, for the most part. Okay, so back to the speech here. So, to some degree, tradition has had an impact on how many view the fire service, but not in the way you may think. The most important resource we have in the fire service is our employees. It's you, right? The firefighters who respond to calls for service and provide exceptional care for the customers we are privileged to serve. Traditionally, or perhaps stereotypically, the image of a firefighter for most people is someone with physical strength, courage, and masculinity. Typically, firefighters are portrayed as both male and white, case in point, right? Nationally, 95% of career firefighters are male and 83% of all firefighters are white. In regards to diversity efforts, the fire service has lagged behind both the military and police in creating a more diverse workforce. The movie Backdraft does not represent the typical firefighter in the modern fire service on many levels, many levels. Research shows that a majority of firefighter calls are EMS related in nature, and that only 3.6% of total calls we respond to are fire related. So while strength and courage are certainly of value, firefighters need to have high quality medical knowledge, team orientation, empathy, and compassion to make them effective in our modern fire service. The fire service must learn to accept and embrace the concept of diversity, equity, and inclusion in everything it does, from leadership to recruitment to hiring to retention. We must commit to make DEI initiatives an accepted practice, just as we have done with seatbelt use in fire apparatus and adopting safer PPE protocols. Understand, it takes time to change a complex, long-established culture. The effort will certainly take years and may not be comfortable for some, but we must commit to DEI initiatives as a part of our collective fire service culture. This starts at the top, and as Chief of Bothell firefighter, I am committed to making this happen in my department, regionally, in the state, and nationally. I ask my fellow chief colleagues to join me in this endeavor. And as new firefighters beginning your career, I expect your commitment to creating a DEI-focused culture in the fire service. Diversity is much more than just gender or ethnicity. Broadly defined, diversity is recognizing, appreciating, valuing, and utilizing the unique talents and contributions of all individuals. There is a huge upside to having a diverse workforce. Studies show there are fewer lawsuits, morale is higher, creativity and productivity increases, the qualities of workers attracted to the organization and customer satisfaction improves, and additionally, research does show that groups comprised of individuals who are socially different make better decisions than homogeneous groups. Equity includes providing fair and just access to opportunity and participation, recognizing different challenges, needs, and histories. This is different than equality or same treatment, which doesn't take into account different needs or disparate outcomes. An example where we really need to improve equity in the fire service is in the recruitment and hiring process. We need to expand our talent pool. Historically, one of the most popular recruiting tools is by word of mouth and family members. This route typically tends to draw in people of the same ethnicity and background. It does not really encourage diversity. Our traditional testing process has favored better educated, physically stronger people who have the resources to participate in multiple hiring processes. We need to recruit more diverse candidates, and we need to provide a testing format that affords everyone with aptitude and ability a chance at becoming a firefighter, regardless of their socioeconomic background. Inclusion is where you can make an immediate impact on changing the DEI culture in the fire service. Now that you're about to become a part of a crew, a station, a department, you have the ability, and I might add responsibility, to help create a culture that fosters a sense of belonging and a feeling of value for all members. As I mentioned at the start, I believe this is the best career in the world. Sure, we have things to work on, but we can always improve on what we're doing. Going forward, I would expect that each of you will be nice to each other, hold yourself and your peers accountable, and have the courage to do the right thing even when the right thing is not going to be popular. I wish you long and healthy careers. Congratulations, North King County Training Consortium Class 2021-1.
Please welcome Recruit Bothell to the stage.
Good evening. Can you guys all hear me? Oh, thank you. All right, I want to thank everyone watching at home, our families who sacrificed for us to be here these 21 weeks, all the friends, the departments represented, instructors. Class of 2021, it looks good to be wearing blue, getting rid of that red. As I was preparing for this speech, I just kept thinking to myself, if this goes poorly, I'll probably just get mistaken for Recruit Truant again. Imagine a group of people, former teachers, carpenters, members of the military, a lifeguard, helicopter rescue, real estate brokers, mechanics, and a professional athlete coming together for 21 weeks. We ranged in experience, a few career firefighters, some longtime volunteers, some with no prior experience. 18 years, I believe, was the age gap from youngest to oldest. Early in academy, Recruit Noel asked me, "Bothell, how do you throw your pack so fast?" I thought about it, and I responded, "I've been throwing packs since you were 9. I can share this because Recruit Noel beat me plenty of times throwing packs. A quote from Thomas Edison: "Opportunity is missed by most people because it's dressed in overalls and looks like work." Over the last 143 days, our overalls were Class B uniforms and bunker gear. Our work, with our vision obscured, we contorted our bodies through 16 on center studs, squeezed through tubes small enough only to push yourself through with the tips of your feet. Of course, there was an entanglement prop that ironically represented or shaped like a coffin. I think some souls were lost in that prop. We learned survival techniques, bailing out of windows onto ladders, forcing our way through walls, emergency breathing, and rapid intervention. In complete darkness, we relied on one another to search unseen buildings as teams, all for the reward of finding a 200-pound dummy named Ruth Lee. And then we were able to work ourselves back out with Ruth. Air cylinders were icy after challenge course events. We learned hose handling basics, and luckily had instructor Jamerson to teach us advanced hose. There were 41 skill sheets, all related to fire hose, deployments, attack lines, supply lines, and more. 21 ladder commands ingrained proper tactics for the countless scenarios we'd place ladders. We threw a lot of ladders. On steep roofs and flat roofs, chainsaws read full throttle as we cut holes to release smoke and heat. Inward and outward swinging doors were forced open with axe and halligan. This was just the first 47 of 143 days. The next 96 days were spent putting together all that we had learned over and over to get better and better. The Academy put together 10 full days of live fire training. They acquired 18 vehicles for auto extrication. We trained in 2 large apartment buildings, and even just yesterday, we're one of 2 houses that were acquired for training. We spent 4 days at the State Academy in North Bend, 1 unforgettable day at the ship props in Fremont. We worked on all our skills in the live fire scenarios at Station 26 in Kirkland and Station 14 in Renton. We carried around a 70-pound sandbag with us. Everywhere we needed to go, that sandbag needed to go. And if he was ever left, we got awarded with countless burpees, or my favorite punishment, running to the top of the 5-story tower at North Shore and apologizing to the bag from the top before descending. Day 1 of Academy, lead instructor McGowan graced us with the quote, "You dress for the crash, not the ride." In our Class Bs and bunker gear, we did just that. We said goodbye to Fire Academy for 5 weeks and marched to EMT, knowing we'll soon be heading to emergencies, having an impact on days and events people we respond to will never forget. MSO DeBay drilled us with every scenario you can imagine. We learned sick, not sick, that trauma always gets worse. High performance was the name of CPR and trauma management. ABCs and treating signs and symptoms is what we do. More so, we learned to care for people not just physically, but emotionally. Right now, I'd like to thank the instructors. They each wrote something nice for me to say about them, but I couldn't read their handwriting, so I came up with my own words. MSO DeBay, thank you for your passion, your energy. Thank you for all the crazy stories. Thank you for instilling in us that we can have a positive impact on people's worst days. Driver operator Drexler, thank you for teaching us to take care of ourselves as much as we take care of others. Instructor Jamerson, thank you for your word-for-word lectures. Thank you for teaching us to be professional problem solvers. Thank you for good, better, best. Instructor Martindale, thank you for leading our workouts with the ferocity of Tony Perkins from Heavyweights. Thank you for your constant energy and enthusiasm. It was always felt and welcomed. You also owe us a bass solo. Instructor Russell, thank you for never rating a hose deployment higher than an A- or 94 out of 100. Those details you demanded of us made us better. Thank you. Instructor Majid, he's not here tonight, but I want to thank him. Thank you for challenging us mentally. I was always amazed by Instructor Majid's way to get in our head, even just during a water break. Instructor Chikoski, I definitely didn't spell that right, but thank you for always being real and honest with us, being a friend. Thank you for your passion, your energy, and your knowledge. A quote from John Maxwell, "A leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way." This was lead instructor McGowan. Thank you for leading us in such a strong way. Respectfully and affectionately, behind the scenes, Instructor McGowan was referred to by some as Dad or Pa. Chief Vandertorn, thank you for your passion. I can quickly sum up Chief Vandertorn's passion for this profession by the number of helmets he had. I think I counted at least 10 different helmets for the numerous disciplines he was certified in. Your passion radiated to all of us, and thank you. Chief Walgren, thank you for the standard. Thank you for the tough talks early in the academy, letting us know that we needed more work and we weren't ready yet. At the same time, thanks for being the type of chief that when I was expressing remorse for spilling my coffee on my white name tag in a weekly chief's eval, you simply said, "I spilled my coffee too, you're fine." Most importantly, I want to thank Ms. Magistrale for all the support behind the scenes. In closing, some advice I got from the instructors for us recruits. From Instructor McGowan, have big ears and a little mouth. Additionally, something we were told throughout Academy, treat everyone like family. Never forget how lucky we are to be able to be doing this job for a living. Instructor Martindale said, you can never go wrong working hard, having a good attitude, and being grateful for having the best job in the world. A quote I heard years ago from Captain Strobel, Puget Sound, in regards to this profession, we have the unique opportunity to ascribe dignity and worth to those who need it in that moment or to some who have never heard it. I hope that's something we can never forget and take with us into our careers. Thank you, everyone. And next, we have our class video.
about teamwork.
Great video. A little disclaimer. You'll never see recruits push over a car like that again. For you risk managers like myself, that never happened. Please welcome back Battalion Chief Jim Vandertorn and Instructor McGowan to the stage.
How are we doing? Good, sir. Good. Good stuff. I want to talk about the Bulldog. The Bulldog Award's been in recruit academies for decades. When the Bulldog is mentioned in conversation, it brings back proud memories to those that have earned it. The Bulldog Award is given at the end of each week to the recruit that displays the desire, dedication, and determination to excel as a recruit firefighter. These recruits also displayed initiative, teamwork, accountability, while professionally working towards those week's goals. If you earn the Bulldog, you can stand tall, knowing that you've joined a unique group of firefighters and have set yourself in good forward momentum for your career. I'd like the following Bulldogs to come up and receive their dog tags. Recruit Stevens, Recruit Noel, and Recruit Parkhouse. Good job. I'll get lost. Good job. Good job. Next, I need Recruit Vidido, Recruit Winter, and Recruit Mossman. Good job. Good job.
Thanks, sir.
Good job. Next, we need Recruits Bandel, Recruit Harris, Recruit Wyatt, and Recruit Paul. My sweaty hands are from all the rest of the guys. Good job. Harris, strong work. Wyatt, good job.
last, but certainly not least. Good job. Thank you, sir.
I'd like to also recognize Recruit Weiss and Recruit Feiss that aren't able to be here. They'll get their dog tags with their badges. Next, I want to talk about academics. I'd like to commend the entire class for their excellent academic performance. It says something about this fine group of recruits when only 2.2% separates the entire class. With a class average of 99.62, I'm glad I got hired when I did. I'd like to recognize Recruit Parkhouse for her outstanding academic performance during EMT school. With a near perfect score of 99.45, she has set a goal for others to reach that has not been seen in the 5 years this program has been going. Strong work. This next recruit set a high bar during the first week of tests and continued that pressure each week. With well over 24 tests covering dozens of topics, from hose and ladders, fire behavior and driving, this recruit kept that #1 position for academics the entire academy. I'd like to present the valedictorian award for Recruit Class 2021-1 to Recruit Vitito.
Take it for the Chiefs Company. All right, so we're at the Chiefs Company. Selection of the Chief Company involved a comprehensive look at the recruit's performance from week 1 to now. The traits included ability to work within a team, always making the team better, above average awareness of not only their responsibilities, but somehow serving others within their company to make them improve as well. So they always took the time to teach their knowledge, share their knowledge when the opportunities allowed. But really, to sum it up, what influenced this difficult selection process from the academy instructors and myself, it came down to the academy instructors and myself deciding who do we want on our company. So there's 4 names. When I announce them, you guys please step up. Starting with Recruit Winner. Sorry on that X.
Yeah.
Congrats, buddy.
Thank you, Chief. I appreciate it. Do I stay up here?
Yeah, stay up here, just back right there. Next up, Recruit Wyatt. Congrats, buddy. Great job. Here you go. Use that to get in a door. Third, Recruit Noel. I knew that first. Congratulations. And lastly, Recruit Vitito. Got it away. I kind of faked you out there. There you go. Congrats. You guys can all exit the stage.
Recruits, I told you guys could hoot and holler. You can get a little bit louder if you'd like. Next is the presentation of the badge, helmet, and certificate. I'd like Chief Bruce Crone to come to the stage, and I'd like the Bothell recruits to the right of the stage.
Recruit Vitito, the Bothell Fire Department.
Chief Ben Lane and Eastside Fire and Rescue recruits, please come to the stage.
Recruit Good, Eastside Fire and Rescue. Recruit Winter, Eastside Fire and Rescue.
The Kirkland Fire Department, Chief Dave Van Valkenburg, recruits to the right of the stage from Kirkland.
Recruit Bandel, the Kirkland Fire Department. Recruit Griffin with the Kirkland Fire Department. Recruit Paul with the Kirkland Fire Department. Recruit Steinrich with the Kirkland Fire Department. Recruit Stevens with the Kirkland Fire Department. Recruit Truen with the Kirkland Fire Department. Recruit Wyatt with the Kirkland Fire Department.
The North Shore Fire Department, Chief Matt Hochstein.
Recruit O'Doherty with the North Shore Fire Department.
The Shoreline Fire Department, Chief Matt Cowan.
Recruit Harris with the Shoreline Fire Department. Recruit Mossman with the Shoreline Fire Department. Recruit Noel with the Shoreline Fire Department. Recruit Parkhouse with the Shoreline Fire Department. I also just want to recognize Recruit Weiss with the Bothell Fire Department. Recruit Tanner with the Shoreline Fire Department. And Recruit Feiss, also with the Shoreline Fire Department. That's it. I guess we're almost done here. Yeah, because I don't need my mask. I'm gonna stay up here and jabber for a while. You guys haven't had enough of me, have you? No, sir. Good, because I'm not done with you. I'm gonna haunt you. I'm gonna follow you through your careers, okay? And I'm gonna expect a couple of you, sometime in the next 5 to 20 years, to be up here doing this. Okay? Go out, learn your craft, and come back. 5 months ago, we met in this same building for orientation, and I asked each of you to stand up and tell me something unique about yourselves. Since that day, your first name has been Recruit. So tonight, I want you to stand up and tell me your first name. Very good. I'm not going to remember any of it. Welcome to the fire service. So tonight you became probationary firefighters. You're on the right path. Ask questions, learn from your mistakes, and make us proud. Class leader, you can call your class to attention. I'm proud of you guys. Keep up the hard work. Recruit Class 2021-1, you're dismissed.